Okay. So this is going to be the best time in order to take profit. Okay. So we're just going to be talking about taking our money off the table at certain key areas. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's talk about certain examples in the first place. Okay. So one, let's say we're in a long trade, right? Okay. Let's say we're anticipating price to break an area of resistance, right? So ideally, if I'm trading a resistance breakout, okay, and resistance is going to be in a key area where sellers are going to be stepping in. So price is going to head in a downwards direction. Okay, this is the left to right chart. So people are still going to be invested in a lot of times way lower. Okay, so someone's going to be in the chart way over here. So eventually they're going to take profit, and that's what resistance is going to go ahead and be. Okay, so say an area of resistance decided to get created. Okay, if price decided to break out, okay, and you took a resistance breakout entry, your take profit would be A, at an area of resistance above current price, okay, because resistances can go ahead and fall at the same place as each other. Okay, resistances can go ahead and mirror everything that one other resistance can do potentially. Okay, and that's going to be the same thing for supports. Okay, so an area of support can go ahead and mirror another area of support. Okay, so it's about really paying attention what we're doing as far as the reversals. So it's know that two areas of support can go ahead and reverse at the same place, even if price decides to do something like this. Okay, even if price say shoots underneath it, okay, comes back up, price could potentially still mirror the support from the left to the right. Okay, and then let's say price decides to blast up, okay, then my take profit would still be the resistance above here. Okay, so no matter how I take my setup, if I'm taking a long trade, okay, or even if I'm waiting for an area of resistance to turn into support, okay, if I'm taking a long trade, my take profit is going to be an area of resistance above current price, or it's going to be an area of support above current price. Okay, and that's due to the fact that support has a chance to turn into resistance. So we know that price could potentially reverse there too. Okay, and we want to be closing before price reverses. Okay, so once again, you want to close before price reverses. That's going to be a big thing. Okay, so price could go ahead and break that area of resistance. Once again, take profit will go ahead and be at the area of resistance here. Okay, or price can go ahead and do something like this. Okay, and just run up to the area of support, and this could go ahead and be a trade in itself, even if it doesn't run through it. Okay, and the price could potentially do that, and you close then. Okay, so knowing that how the chart works is going to be imperative to knowing how to read when to close. Okay, so resistances will try and mirror each other, and let me go ahead and show you an example here. So check this out. So looking here on a video, if I go ahead and start off on my daily time frame, okay, I like to start off on my daily time frame. Gives me my bird's eye view, lets me see all the price action I need to see in one screen. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. I can see here at these all-time highs, price is deciding to fall pretty much in the same exact zone. Okay, so after my daily time frame, okay, and especially if I'm looking at the stocks or crypto market, I know that price is trying to chase and break resistances. Okay, because price cannot go in an upwards direction until resistances are broken or a support above current price gets broken. Okay, so one of the two things have to happen in order for price to go in an upwards direction. And people are working hard at these companies, they're grinding, and they're definitely trying to increase the profitability of the companies. Okay, so you can see here on the daily, price decided to fall at the same area once, twice, and 3 times here. Okay, so if I go to my 4-hour time frame, we can see price decided to fall down here. Okay, 1 area, 2 areas, 3, 4 times. Okay, and even 5 over here. Okay, so in the gray box, price decided to fall down in the same area over and over again. And that's because price is always trying to meet up with areas of resistances, especially in the long scenario. Okay. So your take profit area, if you're looking for price to go in a upwards direction, would be in an area of resistance above current price or support. Okay. So this is why I don't personally like to trade at. I don't like to trade past all-time highs. Why? Because there's no structure above me. Okay. So I have no areas of resistance or support above me at all-time highs. Okay. So personally, what I would do is I'll buy a pullback. So I'll wait for price to come down to potentially this area of support right here. Okay. Or maybe this area of support here. Okay. Or maybe try and bounce at an area of resistance or something like that. Okay. Maybe right here. Okay. And then I'll see if price wants to go ahead and mirror something. Okay. Maybe this area right here. Okay. We'll try and mirror with this area right here. Okay. And then maybe price will try and go ahead and dip down. Okay. But if price doesn't give me a bounce at any of these three levels, okay, I can try an even lower level. Okay. Maybe even this one down here. Okay. And then from there, I can go ahead and see if price wants to sweep up to there. Either try here, or try here. Okay. I'm working on my levels below me, trying to catch the entire sweep up. Okay. And I'm going to be using my daily and then going down to my 4-hour. And it's just about paying attention to the key areas and just knowing that resistances are always trying to meet and be broken, okay? Because that's how price continues in upwards direction, okay? All the time. And price can also do things like hunt downwards to areas of support to try and see if it wants to bounce up. But if support gets broken, then price can try and bounce at areas of resistances, okay? Because we know resistance can be broken and turn into support. Okay, so price can come down, turn old resistance. It can be turned into support. Okay, and price could try and come up, and wherever we would close would be either the all-time highs or wherever the resistance area decided to stop. Okay, so or I could close at this area of support right here. Okay, so either one. So if I didn't want to close up here, I could easily close at this area of support here too. So if price gives me a bounce at this blue line down here, okay, I could go ahead and catch a sweep from 242 to 246 on Google if I wanted to, okay, if it did what I needed it to do. So it's just about taking your time, okay, reading the price action and going over the flow, okay. So let me go ahead and go over a crypto example here. So crypto charts is going to be the same way too. Just using our daily time frame, using our 4-hour time frame, taking our time and just reading everything. So let's start off with some Ethereum. So I'll go to my daily time frame here. Okay. I'm going to zoom all the way out. I love to zoom all the way out to just see where price action is. Okay. And I can see price decided to kind of short from the same place that all-time high shorted at before. Okay. So all-time highs is the highest point of resistance. You can see in 2021, Ethereum created a high of 4,868. Okay, and then we touched the high as of August 2025. Okay, and price decided to push past it a tiny bit, but price decided to pretty much short from the same place. So you know that price is trying to break past the black line now. Okay, it's trying to break past the area of resistance. It already got met. Okay, it got created here. Then price swept all the way down. Okay, swept all the way down to this low down here near 861. Okay, then after that, started trickling way up, doing its thing. Okay, and then price decided to make a high of 4,868. Okay, or around the 4,900s. Okay, so yeah, Ethereum decided to sweep all the way, and as you can see, it met up with the areas of resistance. Okay, it swept the whole time. Yes, it took some time, but it happened. Okay, catching a sweep is going to be extremely, extremely nice to your P&L, your bank account, and it should help you a lot. Set you really, really nice bundle of money, and especially when you catch the right trades. Okay, so we can check here. So the daily time frame, I can clearly see price wants to try and reach this level here, all-time highs. Okay, So we have this previous level here from 2021, and a level from 2021 is being reacted off of in 2025. Okay, so we know that up here, the black line is to take profit, right? So let's say I bought a pullback. Okay, so let's say price decided to go to our time frame. Okay, so as you can see, price is trying to bounce, okay, from this area of support right here potentially. Okay, so I can see here, price decided to create an area of resistance here. Okay, you can see this area of resistance being created here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, and then price decided to break above it and continue upward. But then price broke the resistance here and turned it into support. And then price decided to go up in upwards direction. Okay, so we'll see if price wants to hold this little zone down here. Okay, and we'll see what it wants to do. Okay, and one way to tell is if we're getting daily closes. Okay, so we have 2 daily closes. Okay, which means we have 2 daily candlesticks that aren't the first candlestick where it touched in the zone. So as soon as the candlestick touches the zone, I'm not feeding to get in. I like to see if the price actually wants to reverse. So if I see second candlesticks or third candlesticks, also known as candlestick closes, okay, showing me that price wants to continue potentially, okay, especially if it's going from red to green from a certain area, okay, then price could be like, you know what, this could be a decent area where I want to go ahead and buy. Okay. And take profit will go ahead and be the area of resistance. Okay, and even if I'm shorting, okay, let's go over a short example, for example. Okay, even if I'm shorting, okay, I'm going to go to my 4-hour time frame. I would take an area of support, okay, mark it out, okay, and I can clearly see here this area of resistance turn into support. Okay, if I see an area of resistance, okay, to the left of an area of support being broken and then turn into resistance, that's going to be really good. Okay, so for instance, I have this area of resistance right here, okay, created at this 964 level. Price decided to break out, okay, and then price came down, turned the area of resistance into support, and then created the high up here, okay, and price is trying to go ahead and sweep up here and fill this gap. Okay, so this whole gap here from here to here, okay, it's trying to go ahead and fill that. So by doing that, we can go ahead and check something else out. Okay, so knowing that that's trying to fill, okay, we can be like, okay, this low is extremely strong, so we can determine whether or not we ever want to short this low. Okay, so if price decided to break the support, turn it into resistance, you could take it down. Okay, but the take profit for shorting, okay, would either be at another level of support. Okay, and especially for stocks and crypto, I wouldn't make your take profit too far or too big or too hefty. This is why I personally don't really short too much, because it's just riskier and you can't really hold as long compared to holding to the upside, where price is always trying to go to a higher price. Okay, that's just how the human eye works. People want to see their favorite stocks, favorite cryptocurrencies at high prices, and they'll do anything to get it there. Okay, and so yeah, so when you short, close at areas of support, or you can close at areas of resistances below current price too. Okay, because you know resistance can turn into support. So that's why shorting can just be a little tricky sometimes too. But when you're using your higher time frames, you can get some pretty solid setups, make some money. Okay, but a lot of the times, especially when it comes to the crypto and stock market, we want to just be playing to the point to where we can catch long trades. Okay, catch long trades because we are playing a bullish market. Okay, if you pull up any half decent cryptocurrency or stock, if you go to the left, to the right, the left is going to be nowhere near where it's at today. So in 2020, crypto was still starting to bubble. People weren't really investing into it. Okay, and then 2022, etc., started progressing. So we can see over here that price started at around $17 a share as of 2020, and price is now at 1,025. Okay, for BNB USD crypto token. Okay, so it really just depends on when you get in, and holding for years is also going to have some benefits too. Okay, so when you hold for years, there's going to be a lot of long-term tax benefits, and you're pretty much just going to always be able to sit on money here. Okay, so let's go and let's check out Microsoft. So I like to start on my daily here. And I always know that price is trying to chase an area of resistance above current price. Okay, so I can see that price is trying to chase this area of resistance, this area of resistance potentially, this area potentially, this area potentially, and then all-time highs. And then I'm going to go to my 4-hour time frame and verify everything. Okay, check it out. So I have this area of resistance here, recently created. Then I have this area of resistance here, okay, with 2 taps. Okay, 2 taps of resistance at an area. It lets me know that's definitely a strong area. Okay, and then I have this area of resistance up here. Okay, well, price is falling down. Price falling down. I have another area of resistance up here. Okay, 537.73, 532.01, 524.94, and 519.34. Okay, and I'm also going to have an area of resistance marked up here at 559.02. Okay, so I have all these areas of resistance marked. Okay, so even if I didn't want to catch a pullback, right, because I'm scared of a falling knife, let's say, then you could go ahead and catch a continuation trade. Okay, you can go ahead and catch a resistance breakout, wait for it to turn into support, and take it up to the next level, okay, of either support or resistance, okay, close there, or you can hold for the whole sweep, all-time highs, depending on how much capital risk you're ready to put down, how much time decay you have too, okay, if you're, especially for an options or you're a shareholder, okay. So it's just about taking our time and really making sure we're putting down good trades. So check this out right here too. So I can see here on Walmart, price is deciding to give me some break and retest. Okay, so check out this area of resistance here, being reacted with this area of support here. I'm gonna go to my 4-hour. Okay, we got resistance right here, resistance being broken and turn into support. Okay, and I can see price wants to go ahead and push up and potentially try meet up with this resistance, meet up with this resistance, okay, or just straight to all-time highs, honestly. Okay, and then maybe up here. So yeah, making your trader agent is really going to be just imperative to your success. So just put down logical formations and just know what type of setups that you want to take. Okay, so if you're going to take a long trade, okay, and if you want to wait for an area of resistance to be broken, okay, you could take it up to the next area of resistance or support above current price, or you could wait for the area of resistance to hit the area of support. Okay, you could short if you wanted to. Okay, so it just really depends whatever you want it to do, how flexible you are. But as long as you have your levels on your screen and you could just wait to see if your levels even get reacted to in the first place, and then you can go ahead and assess, do your information, and make your trade based off of those factors. Because then from there, it's going to be simple in order to be like, you know what, I know what I'm doing, I do this consistently, and then you're going to be able to hunt down and find profitable trades pretty quickly. Okay, and try to stay away from things that are all-time highs. Okay, we can't really do too much when stuff is at all-time highs. Okay, so what we need to do is wait for a pullback. Okay, we need to wait for a pullback. We need to wait for price to go in a downward direction. Okay, so Google, for example, all-time highs, no resistance above it. We gotta wait for price to go down before we buy it again. Okay, because you don't want to buy all the way up there, whether it be on options, calls, or shares, and then lose because you just didn't wait for a pullback. Okay, so even this area here on Palantir, so this area here is being reacted off of right now. Okay, and I could wait for price to break under this level if I wanted to, turn it into resistance, and take a short down to this level right here if I wanted to. Okay, so it gives you the flexibility to trade how you want. Okay, trade how you want, and as long as your risk is in place, your parameters are in place, you can do your thing. Okay, same thing right here on Costco. I could see above current price, we have an area of support right here. with an area of support. Okay, so we got two areas of support here. Okay. So both these areas of support here are going to be important. Okay. So if price decides to turn these areas of support into resistance, then price could fall down. Or it could run through it and then go ahead and try and fill these resistance gaps all the way up here. So then price could try and go ahead and continue within an upwards direction. Okay. So it's just about really taking our time, knowing what we're investing in, playing with the trend, or just trading pullbacks. Okay. So doing either or is really just going to be absolutely imperative. Okay. So head over to StackMODE.net for all trading education. Stay pretty up to God. Keep grinding. Peace.